taking on the Jazz. For the Denver Nuggets, in the standings 6 games off the conference lead. They're trying to improve their playoff position. Jazz, Nuggets, up next.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Nuggets in Denver. For the Nuggets, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight.
I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Utah Jazz at Vivint Smart Home Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion. Kevin?
Yeah, some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Jokic. Shot clock at 6. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Mitchell outside. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Millsap. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
And, you know, this is where Millsap excels. I mean, a great interior scorer. He has the size and touch to pulverize defenses.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And his rebounding was solid. Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
You said it, Kevin. He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Porter. Utah with the rebound. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And that one misses. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And he can't hit the second.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are, a lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation. And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Come get it, come get it.
High, arcing shot. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Gobert against Murray. Here's Jokic. A miss that time would have put him up.
really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And stolen by Murray. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Murray. Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have, and you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. Got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Yeah, you know, Jokic has such active hands and really good anticipation. For a big guy, he comes up with a lot of steals.
Mitchell outside. Back to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good, unable to end this run. The Nuggets leading by 5. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Fades, and Denver again with the bucket.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Gobert dishes to Conley. Here's the teardrop. They get it again. Nice shot by Gobert.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Gobert with the block. O'Neal against Porter. To the paint, Ingles, and he banks in the layup.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Jokic kicks to Porter, pass to Murray. And it's Jokic in the corner. Gobert with the block.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Passes it to Craig. Here's Jokic, covered by Conley. Jokic against Ingles. And there's the pass to Millsap. Good work defensively by Conley.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Dishes it to Mitchell. That shot off the mark, and it's Denver the other way. O'Neal against Porter. Chalk up 2 there.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Gobert double teamed. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Jazz with possession here. Pass to Mitchell. Conley with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Good defense by Jokic.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Murray against Conley. Tries from 10. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 5.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
And here is Conley. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Buries it from three-point range.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Murray surveying the D. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Conley, the pass to O'Neal. No good that time. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Craig. Gobert with the block, and he recovers it. Bucket is good. And Utah has possession. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And stolen by Murray. And here's the break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in for Torrey Craig. Now Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The second chance effort, and Jokic lays it up and in. 7 points in the game.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
Conley up top, covered by Morris. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Gobert finds Clarkson. From deep, it's hauled in by Jokic.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Fader on the way. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Denver leading by 9. Left side, Porter. Over Mitchell. Porter, no luck.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Morris passes to Jokic. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Timeout.
Jokic has got 9 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
And the Jazz with some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Moutier against Morris. Moutier passed to Gobert. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
He hits both from the stripe. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. They have a 9-point lead. The rebound by the Jazz. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
1:57 left here in the opening quarter. That one good for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The Nuggets leading by 9. Morris kicks to Jokic. Morris trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 11.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Moutier, back to Gobert, and it's sent back by Jokic, and he gets it back.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular, putting up about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboards.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
The first free throw is good. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Yeah, and as a coaching staff, you feel helpless here. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You just hope they snap out of the rut.
Jazz trail by 13. Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game out. Gobert dishes to Moutier. Trying to get open is Davis, and he gets it to go. Moutier's got his second basket of the night. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Bull. Grant outside. Clock at 4. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The Jazz have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6. First free throw is good.
And, you know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson was first-team All-Rookie and continues to develop.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
To the middle, here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And so it's Denver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton. And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Nuggets so far.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
We've got Emmanuel Mudiay. Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Niang in at the three, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Gobert finds Mudiay. Looking for Gobert, he gets it there. Here's Niang, he's covered by Grant. Niang, no good. Denver leading by 12. Ball going up court. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
And he sinks the second. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Clarkson kicks to Gobert. It's stolen. Here's Dozier. Second chance shot, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Utah the foul. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
Two.
No good on that one. No luck that time either.
Way to get that board.
Jazz trail by 13. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
Get there, get there.
Niang passes to Clarkson. Here's Davis, and it's in there.
Solid vision by Clarkson. Got it to his teammate in a great spot.
Denver's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Mudiay against Morris. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
Morris passes to Bull. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Gobert. And Denver also making a switch. Daniels is checked in. Here is Plumlee. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. In the corner, Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Clarkson. The Nuggets with another miss. Jazz trail by 8. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Moutier passes to Davis. Knocked loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And of course, there's the Jazz, sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
And I think for Utah, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Moutier kicks to Clarkson. Over Daniels. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Clarkson.
Mesmerizing and stupefying the defense. Clarkson carves out space from mid-range.
Here's Bull. Again, the Nuggets score. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Moutier passes to Niang. Moutier against Morris. Moutier, no good. The Nuggets leading by 10. Morris right side. And Davis sends it back. Moutier looking around. Here's Clarkson. He's got 7. Davis dishes to Moutier. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now. Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget, but somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Passes it to Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you as long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can. I think that's a good point.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Moutier. And both free throws good for Davis. Here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Conley against Millsap. Over Conley. Utah with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ingles up top. He's covered by Daniels. The floater. Mitchell's shot is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Millsap against Ingles. Millsap kicks to Murray. In the corner, Daniels. The tray. That shot misses. And Utah the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Cans it from downtown.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Denver in the lead. Murray with it. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. To end the cold streak, he dishes it to Plumlee. And Davis sends it back. And he's able to get it back. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. So they take the lead. O'Neal's got his first basket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Timeout. You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Denver calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work. Two.
The first one falls. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro, enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Conley, the pass to Davis. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Jokic passes to Millsap. Ingles with the rebound.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And it's Mitchell missing. The Nuggets leading by 4. Daniels from outside. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. The Jazz have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D Wade with how he plays.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And the Jazz making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz, trailing by 2.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. The shot that time, not on target. Good defense by Jokic.
Get going.
Here's Craig, covered by Conley. Here's Jokic. Millsap trying to get open. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here is Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Unloads. Gobert trying to get open. The Jazz with another miss.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Murray for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got 6 points.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
There's the pass to Gobert. Down low, Mitchell, and it's sent back by Jokic. Porter in the corner, from the arc, and again Denver with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Conley, pass to Gobert.
I'm up. Fish. Here we go. Let's do it.
Conley against Murray, and stolen by Murray.
Get on Murray. The ball. Cross screen. Go over it.
Over to the wing. Millsap has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. Now Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Mitchell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Jokic. Gobert with the block. Murray against Conley. And the layup's good off the glass. Conley's got it back down to single digits for Utah.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Jokic. Over Gobert. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points, 3 block shots, and a monster amount of rebounds. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
I was unimpressed, Ernie. Very unimpressed with their offense. You know, guys seem to be going through the motions, not cutting, not hustling. They failed to get back into a great offensive rhythm. They'll need to step it up big in the second half to cut into this lead.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 13 points.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Conley finds Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Back to Conley. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 5.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Gobert with the block. Conley against Murray. Jokic with the steal. Lets it go from 14. And again, it's Denver.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. 11-point game. Gobert dishes to O'Neal. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Conley surveying the D. Over Murray. Out to Conley. 3-pointer. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Murray against Ingles. And there's Porter on the assist by Murray. 17 points for Michael Porter.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Inside, Mitchell. Made that one as his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Now, here's Jokic. 12 points for him. Millsap misses. Ingles passes to Conley. Over Murray. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And yes, it's good.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
Conley kicks to O'Neal.
Watch the screen.
And it's sent back by Jokic. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
And he makes the first. Mark, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Gobert dishes to Mitchell. From 13 feet, it goes down. Mitchell's got 20.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
The drive by Jokic.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Gobert. Second in field goal percentage, fourth in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Free throw, good. Jokic.
Nikola Jokic is really a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. This big fella has multiple skills, and there's not much he doesn't do well.
And Jokic drops them both. Jazz trail by 15. Clarkson kicks to Davis. Clarkson looking for an opening. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Two shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nikola Jokic. He's perfect from the line this time. Denver with the ball. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Come on, kick it out.
Here is Daniels, covered by Mitchell. Morris outside. 5 on the clock. From 17 feet out, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Moutier passes to Clarkson.
Right there. Kick it out.
Floats one. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. 4 on the clock. Gobert trying to get open. Niang, that's good. Niang's got his first points of the game. Denver leading by 13. Morris dishes to Plumlee. Back to Morris. Over Moutier, and again it's Denver.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Good on the triple. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Passes to Bull. The 15-footer. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
That free throw, no good. And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
Second free throw, no good.
And like his father, Manute, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Gobert finds Clarkson. The second effort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Bull.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. And he makes both free throws. Denver leading by 10. Here's Dozier. Morris outside. And the pass to Jokic. Floats one up. Morris, no good. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. Clarkson against Jokic. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Daniels kicks to Grant. And too long on the shot. Jazz trail by 10. Clarkson on the wing. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 18th rebound here tonight.
Explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful. Denver's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Ed Davis. The Nuggets leading by 9. Morris passes to Jokic. Here's Dozier. Daniels with it. Ball's knocked loose. Morris kicks to Jokic. Doesn't go that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Moutier. That one misses. And it's Denver the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Finished off the break. Morris has got 9 points.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And here's Clarkson. 14 points for him. Makes it off the glass. Clarkson's got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Pass to Grant. Fades away. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. 1:41 left to play in the third. Pass to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Clarkson with the ball. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the Jazz making a change here. Conley's checked in. And then for Denver, Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Michael Porter in for Daniels. Morris against Conley. Teardrop shot. The open shot. Millsap. Offensive rebound. Jokic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Morris. Free throw, good. Jokic. 1:16 left in the third. Fast to Gobert. Gobert double-teamed. Conley with the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Utah. Free throw good, Porter.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And Porter drops them both. Now Conley. He has 5. The pass to Clarkson. He's looking for Ingles and finds him. Back to Clarkson from outside the arc. Paul Millsap with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 13. Here's Dozier. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. Dozier's got 6.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. Another miss by Utah.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pass to Clarkson. They need this. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Niang in at the center position. That's the group right now for Utah. It's stolen by Ingles to the inside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And, guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
And the first one at the line is good. And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
Niang passes to Ingles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Conley against Jokic. Pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Murray's got 4 this quarter. Jazz trail by 14. Niang kicks to Mitchell. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got 26 points.
Boy, you got to like how locked in Jokic is on offense now. His confidence is sky high, and he believes he can score on anybody, anytime.
Niang passes to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jokic kicks to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 16. Niang passes to Mitchell. And the call up against Jokic. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell outside. But they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Ingles dishes to Mitchell.
Watch out, fellas. Bust it.
Hey, Conley.
Watch the pick.
In the corner, O'Neal with it. Another miss by Utah. The Nuggets leading by 16. Here's Dozier, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gobert double-teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Jazz now. Ingles kicks to Conley.
Come to me.
The dish to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. Vonleh's checked in for Denver. He hits the second from the line. Here's Craig. To the paint. He had stolen by Ingles. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. The Nuggets making a switch here. Bates Diop's checked in. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Murray. Passes it to Millsap.
Yo, set it up.
Here's Craig. Ingles covering. Now the pass to Murray.
That's all you.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game. Plumlee is checked in for Denver. Jazz trail by 16.
Hey, go Bear! Go Bear!
Outside Conley. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Stay on him!
Conley against Murray. Conley, the pass to Ingles. 5 to shoot.
Come get it!
Plumlee with the block. Conley against Murray. Gobert pulls it in. Utah's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
Baseline!
Now here is Conley. Good, nice job down low. Murray with it. Pass to Craig. And Plumlee kicks to Porter. With some arc. Here's Millsap. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the Jazz call time here.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Bowl, he's checked in for Mason Plumlee. Here's Conley. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here for the Nuggets. Plumlee is checked in for Bowl, and Morris subbed in for Murray. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Morris. Good work defensively by Conley. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. They trail by 16. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Passes like this demonstrate Conley's unselfishness as well as his desire to get his guys going on offense.
And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And so here's Denver. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Morris kicks to Craig. Pass to Millsap.
Come get it! Watch the pit!
In the corner, it's Morris. 6 to shoot. Over Conley. Morris, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Conley with it, now guarded by Porter. Here's Mitchell. Craig pulls it in. Craig's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Porter. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make, now 8 for 14.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. The pass to Ingles. Doesn't go for him. Plumlee with some nice D. On the wing, Morris. Over Mitchell. Rebounded by the Jazz. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight. Morris against Conley. Here's Porter. The shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He's off on the first.
And he may not be converting every chance he gets at the line, but at least he's creating those opportunities. Love the aggressiveness.
Good on the second free throw. The Nuggets leading by 12. Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assists.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Conley against Millsap. Mitchell kicks to Conley. And here is Ingles. Pass to Gobert. Morris with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Millsap finds Porter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. Free throw good, Porter. Jazz trail by 17. Now Conley. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Outside for Murray.
Yo, help me. Switch.
Millsap up top. Rebounded by the Jazz. Conley's got his 4th rebound in this one. He feeds it to Mitchell. It's picked off. Pass to Craig. Porter with it. Passes it to Plumlee. Denver passing it around. Clock at 6. And here is Murray. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Cannot let Murray get comfortable with that jump shot, guys. I mean, his stroke is as pure as it gets.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 19. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. And a chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Williams-Goss, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's a outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Nuggets.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Two.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Here is Daniels. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Here's Bates Diop. Utah with the rebound. Here's Williams-Goss. Oni. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now, here's Bull. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.